And we're live. I have a very weird one today. Today we're not playing a game. Oh, I forgot to turn on music. It's already falling apart. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. First and foremost, I am hopped up on coffee. I didn't sleep all night. Been up all day. Had to go to work, and I've been back ever since. Barely surviving. Chances are after this I'll pass out. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to do something first. On today's docket, very exciting. Tinkerbell is thick. And now, I don't say this as a joke. I have visual proof. And I'm not talking like she's the first thick princess. I'm literally saying she might be the OG thick. And I am not kidding. I will have visual proof. It will come much later on. Finally, I watched Sleeping Beauty yesterday. I'll tell you my thoughts real quick. That'll take like a minute. And finally, I got a cat video to end it. Just to make you all happy and laugh. I'll do that every now and again. Try to put a meme at the end, you know? And on a high note, but real quick, let's do some rapid fire here, just to get myself in the mood. This is just to show you, I'm going all in on streaming, and I'm going all in on YouTube, and just to show you, these are all the games I plan to stream, okay? And it's all organized. And, example, if I were to play one game every day, till the day I die, I would not run out of games. I would still have more to play. That's how crazy it is. They're all to play. Like, they're in categories. Must plays, will play. Freaking full playthroughs is right after. And I could stop on any of these. And I could tell you what it is. And why it's important. Why it's going to be cool. So, hell, I'll do it right now. And then we'll move on to the main event. Lost Orbit. It's a weird, puzzler where, you got the gravity with the planets. You're a robot. And I believe you have, a little companion that you gotta save. Has, a story to it. So, it's crazy. And, as you can see, it's hundreds. And even further proof, here's my Steam, right? Here we go. All of these are planned to play. Like, my hidden games are not even here. So, all of these, most of these, 80%, I will stream. So trust me. We'll be here for years. And these are beautiful, artistic games. I'll never play Warzone. I'll never play Minecraft. But I will show you art. I will show you stories that you will never see anywhere else. I will show you what the medium of games can truly do. It's very exciting. So, I know I've been making these weird daily videos. Been talking about Disney princesses for a while. And we'll talk about Disney princesses now. Big time. By the way, I got chat here. If you say something, I will see it. And if you see this further on, I know these haven't been on the schedule, but Wonder Woman 84 is a perfect example. I wouldn't have talked about it unless somebody brought it up in chat. And then I went off for 10 minutes. So, of course, the goal is to build a community, back and forth, make this a conversation instead of what it is now, which is mostly show and tell, which is fun, but it's, it is what it is. So as you can see, I got a cat video right here. I got some music in the background. So. The bad news is no tier list today. The whole point was to do tier list Tuesdays. I worked it out in terms of planning. It's extremely simple. Every Tuesday live on Twitch, I will do a tier list. It will be organized. It will be prepared. And then I give myself a week to edit that same live tier list to put on YouTube. So in this case, I'm doing Disney princesses, right? So I'll talk about them. And then I have a week to edit in the footage from which I will speak of, because I did not expect this list to be serious, but as you will find out, it quickly became serious. So here they're just showing a quick tutorial how to make a tier list, and the important part was right here. They just did it literally just now. There is no choosing what's in the tier list. It's literally upload a set of images for tier list template. That's it. There's no names, titles, or whatever. You put in the pictures, that is the tier list, right? So pictures are extremely important. So I took an hour to look up princesses on Google. Image. Crap. Didn't want to spoil this. We'll go right here. And, man, it was horrible. It was horrible trying to find, Disney princesses pictures. Either they were, I can show you a quick example. It'll take 2 seconds. It's an example. Let's do Ariel, right? Let's do Ariel, princess, right? Now, so you want a high quality picture. Of course, this template has been used so many times. So you take this one, for example, classic, right? First of all, the resolution, it's very low, it's 640. So, example, you save image, Okay, this one is JPEG. A lot of times it'll be WebMV, or it'll be a format you can't even use, right? And they all have different resolutions. So it's pretty horrible. Hey viewer, and by the way, chat's here. I look at it periodically. And I actually got movies to reacquaint myself with some of the characters, like Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame, because I didn't know where they would fit in. I guess my voice is weird. Because of the coffee. A lot of coffee. I'm like living off fumes right now. And what was I saying? Yeah, Pocahontas. And when I watched those movies, the imagery of the films, and I will do it in real time to show you, was way better than what I could get on Google Images. So then the goal was to get every film, every Disney princess, and to get a perfect picture of a moment that defines that character. It's not about beauty, it's not about expression, it's about encapsulating that character within a picture. Very difficult. We got a perfect example here. We got Brave. I haven't done it. First of all, I'll show you a preview. Boom. I'll show you. Boom. I got these pictures right here. We'll get into it. Trust me. So I've done half of them. That took me a whole night. And here's the thing. On top of that, because, by the way, there's not going to be any sound here because copyright, right? So this is a perfect example. Brave. I know exactly what shot I want. By the way, I just clicked on random and we had one right here. So see, I would literally rewatch the movies and watch the scenes in which the princesses are in just to see, and I did them all. I didn't expect to do this. I wanted the tier list to be a joke, but it ended up becoming so serious and so important to me because I grew up on these films and I realized that I've watched all of them and I have more to say than I thought. And I got some good takes, baby. So it's gonna be fun. So I literally freeze frame on full screen. We'll do it real quick here in this shot, and it's very hard. Just I spend minutes on this. So minimum 15 minutes on every movie, maximum 50. Because again, I skip the scenes that I don't need. And when you pause, as you can see, it's blurry. So to get a good shot, it's very hard. Here I can't get it. Plus, the more you pause, the harder it gets. And I'll skip ahead to the obvious shot in Brave. Like, some movies are easier than others. Pocahontas, you'd be surprised how many beautiful shots there is in Pocahontas. By the way, I have Disney Plus on the TV. I just download it because it's easier this way, but I have Disney Plus, so, should be fine. Emulation rules, right? Okay, so, people are trying to prove to be Merida's husband, right? Slight spoilers. Of course she's here, she's like, I don't need no husband. I can prove it myself. I'll be my own damn husband. Love this. That's not what she says, of course. I'm paraphrasing. Here we go. She rips her dress, man. Just trying to show off how badass she is. So right here, that would be good enough. That shot right there. You'll see another one right in 2 seconds. Wait, see the slow zoom. Very important. I want her to be in the middle of the frame, and I want it to be. Anyway, you'll see. Trust me. In like 2 minutes. Okay. And here's the shot. Here it is. I knew this would be the shot beforehand. This is not the case for most films, but in this one, it's easy. Boom. That's Merida. It doesn't get better than this. Boom picture. As you can see, it's slightly blurry, so I try to get it right. Freeze frame. Shit, man, it's her concentrating. I hate when there's closed eyes. We might get it again. Shit, that's also good. But I proved my point. And then I do actually rewatch this. I rewatch Brave. I will rewatch Brave tonight. Just the scenes that are important. Every scene that has Merida in it, just to see where her personality, what happens. Again, we'll get into Tinkerbell, I promise. Okay, so here we go. Picture time. So I took all of these pictures already. And so one thing about the tier list, it will be more serious than I thought it would be. But the one thing I can promise is no one, not a single other Disney princess tier list will have better pictures. And the pictures are everything. They are the first impression you have of that character. You have your memory, but if you haven't seen the film and you don't know who they are, the picture is all you have. And I worked hard. I worked the whole night to get these. So Pocahontas, and some of these have multiple options, so the hard thing is to choose. So, yeah, Tiana was one of the hardest. Tiana is this, like that's it. I had so many other pictures. Most of the movie, she's a frog, for God's sakes. And if not, she has like a magical dress or whatever. It's not really her. This is her. Compassion. It was tough, though. Trust me, I wanted other shots. Jasmine, much easier. So you got this one. She's an animal lover. But this is the one I chose. This is when she frees the bird. It's the freedom she seeks. She gave it to the birds. The look she has now is her dream mood. Anyway, it's good stuff. Aurora, this is the best I could get. just because I needed a shot in the middle of the frame, and this is it. It's literally the best I can do. Sometimes you're just stuck with what you got. Same thing with Tiana, right? So Pocahontas, it's between this or this. I hate eyes closed, but dear Lord, you know what I mean? You can't deny the power, but this one is just, she's on the rapids, man. She's on the rapids going down. So again, I'll go quicker. This is Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell, we'll get into it. Trust me, we'll get into the title. Trust me, I have proof. But this is the picture I'm choosing. And I won't make fun of her, but we'll get into it. Tinkerbell is literally the worst. But she's so fun to watch. She makes Peter Pan so fun. The film. Anyway, trust me, we'll get into it. The tier list. Let's just say Tinkerbell is a special one, and it's a perfect character, a perfect example of a character that's not included on the other list, but is so important. Like Wendy, I don't include her, but I do include Tinkerbell. There's a reason why. It's funny because it was between this, or this, but it's obviously, and it fits her character. Trust me. Okay, Mulan was one of the toughest ones. Okay, this is at the end where she's happy. Thing is, I wanted the warrior side. The warrior side was so important, and there's no shot. There's the box, the DVD box, is what I want, which is the sword, in which half of the reflection is her feminine side, the other half is her warrior side. This shot right here is when she shows Shan Yu. She's oops, sorry about that, hit the mic. Right here, she's normal, right? This is what she looks like. And right when she's in front of Shan Yu, the main antagonist, she shows her this. She shows him this. To be like, I'm the one who, created the avalanche. I'm your enemy. Like, I'm your enemy. Now, the thing is, like, that's why the meaning, right? Mulan's incredible. Mulan is as good as it gets, really. So, it's tough. It sucks. Because there's her with the sword, but it's not her, right? It's tough. Moana's tough. She's so photogenic. Like, I could choose any of these. It's funny because I was going to choose this one, but considering the wetness of the hair, it doesn't fit compared to this, or I got more. This is fierce, but it's too fierce. This, and this. This one has the pause, which pains me. So again, multiple choices. It's going to be very difficult. Oops. Can check chat for a sec. Apologies. Join the conversation if you want. I promise Tinkerbell's coming. Cat video's coming. Let's keep going. Okay. Megara. Megara is a bomb. Okay? She's one of the perfect examples. Wait. Did the live stream stop? Shit. Don't tell me. Okay, cool. It froze on my side. My bad. Megara's bomb, baby. She's like... Anyway, she blew me away. I'll get into it in the tier list. But just to prove my point, look at how many pictures I got. This pains me, by the way. This one, okay, it's alright. This one is much more perfect, but there's the big pause button in the corner. And trust me, these shots are hard to get. Okay? Boom. I got this one. This one is tough not to pick, just because it's so in your face, and to be honest, it fits her character. But they all fit her character, like this. It's a sassy pose, but that's what she is. Anyway, her like lovingly staring, they're all so good because Meg is that good. And it's crazy because she's barely in the film. See, this is just a shot we just got. It's actually this is fantastic. I might use this. This is just a random. This shows you the timing. If I pause a split second after, I would have gotten Rapunzel, right? But instead, I got a passed out Flint, which is I love that I kept it in here. Tangle made it easy for me, actually. Same thing. There's multiple options. This one was the hardest shot to get, and it's the only one that I didn't make. I actually found this one on Google. So, but again, plenty to choose from. I do want her with the frying pan. Kita from Atlantis, also extremely hard because most of the movie she's always with somebody, she's never in the frame. This is the one I'll choose, but again, I wish it wasn't, but there's just not many options. Okay, Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps, again, another character that most people would not include, but this is a perfect example of one I have to include. She's the female lead. You would not have Zootopia without Judy Hopps. It is her story, and she is as perfect a female lead as it gets in Disney, princess or not. And she's also one of the most realistic. Zootopia as a whole is one of the most realistic worlds, and I have proof of that too. Right after Tinkerbell, soon. So I thought for sure this would be it, because her pride is her biggest thing, but also her biggest flaw. Ooh, by the way, see, this is what I mean. Look at this shot. It's perfect. I knew this would be the shot. There it is. Okay, again, Judy. Looking amazing. Every shot of Judy's like, look at her. just happy, you know, serving the community, you know, proud of what she's done. This is like at the end, to be honest. This, I might use this one, but yeah. And Judy is truly special. Rewatching Zootopia, not only in theaters, but for this list, it's, anyway, she's the one who learns the most, and because of that, she might be the best example out of all of them. Because of accountability of all things, of all the things, accountability ends up maybe being the best quality of them all. It's something, but we'll get into it. And then, of course, Jasmine. Yeah, this is the shot I said. I had to steal from Google. I tried to get the shot in real time in the film. As you can see, it's cropped. I would have it full screen, but it's impossible, man. I don't know how he did it, but it's perfect because it's her joy of adventure. It's her hair. It's the frying pan. It's everything. I love Rapunzel as well. She's also amazing. She's I called her the most infectious, and she lives up to that, man. There's an energy to her scenes that is unparalleled. Okay, so that's half. That's half. That's a whole night. And again, I did not expect to do this. So I still have to do the Frozen films, Wreck-It Ralph, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. You know, I still have to watch Cinderella. So plenty of stuff to come. So either it'll be tomorrow evening, if I'm lucky. If not, 2 days from now, but that's it. I promise you, it will be tomorrow or after tomorrow. And even then, it will be next Tuesday on YouTube, edited with footage from the films to accentuate the points I'm gonna be making. Because, man, I ended up caring a lot more than I thought I would. And there's value in not only every single one of them, but what they have in common and what differentiates them, you know? What's the difference? And by the way, the list will be S tier to C tier, because there's no D, E, or F. There's no... Imagine if Moana, right? The movie is named Moana. What if Moana was garbage? A garbage person. That would be one of the worst movies ever made. You can't have a Disney princess fail, like in terms of actual character, in terms of actual value, you know, to the planet. It's the responsibility of Disney to make sure that doesn't happen. So there is no D characters. There is no, you know what I mean? So the worst character possible is a C tier princess, and there's a few, of course. Spoilers: Pocahontas is one of them. But other than that, you know what I mean? Most of them are A, if not S, but you'll see. So as you can see, I still have a lot of work ahead of me. Right now, I just want to do a quick game. I'll take literally 2 seconds. And it was to show you this shot right here. Boom. Guess what movie this is. If you could guess what movie this is, I will review whatever you want me to review. No one can guess this. Not on this shot alone. It's so specific. But if you look at it, at a quick glance, it could be a real shot. It could be real life. That's how realistic this shot is. The grass and the leaves right here, it's crazy, right? The wet patches from a rain from a day ago, from a few hours back. It's crazy. And it's just a scene, a transitional scene, showing the distance traveled in a truck. And if I'm talking about princesses, right? This is not Cars, you know? This is a Disney princess film. What is it? The city, right? The second clue. Third clue is coming up in a sec. Boom. It's Zootopia. You can barely see it, but it's Judy Hopps driving that truck. But again, look at the garbage in the street. Look at the gate. Look at the cracks in the building. Zootopia is probably, you know what? It is the most realistic Disney film of them all. And all it has is animals. It's crazy. You literally switch humans to animals, right? You change all races to animals, and it's not that. Of course, it explores racism, but it's not about that. It only does so in the first 20 minutes, and after that, it becomes about animals and predator and prey, which has nothing to do with race. But in terms of aesthetic, there's pollution. It is our world for all intents and purposes, except for the fact that there's no humans, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy that Judy Hopps, a rabbit cop, is probably the most realistic Disney character of them all. Anyway, it's a cool fact. I like it. So let's get into the main event, baby. And that's Tinkerbell. Actually, real quick, just for 2 seconds. Sleeping Beauty. Really old film. Don't have to watch it, seriously. But it's a lot better than I expected it to be. Because of the opening is garbage. The first 5 minutes is horrible. It's the main reason nobody watched it. You watch the first 5 minutes, first of all, it's 2 minutes of credits, and then you get 3 minutes of people walking towards a castle. It's ridiculous. I watched the whole movie at 1.20 speed because it was rough. There's barely any scenes with Aurora. If anything, the 3 fairies hog the camera. The 3 fairies hog the runtime. It's like it's their movie. It's crazy. So poor Aurora doesn't get to get high on the list. So here's Peter Pan, right? So here's Tinkerbell. It's literally the beginning, like where Tinkerbell is introduced to the family. By the way, this dog made me realize that I'm going to do a tier list of pets, Disney pets. They all have pets. It's kind of crazy. Every single princess has a pet, without exception. Anyway, so I'll talk about the pets another time. This dog, though, one of the best. One of the best. Sad scene there of the dog being locked outside. Meanwhile, I'm like, best dog. He's being like punished. Okay, Peter Pan comes in, Tinkerbell comes in. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay? This is crazy. So she arrives, she's a mirror, right? Maybe the first time she's ever seen a mirror in her life. She admires herself, right? Sees her shape and everything. Then boom. She sees her hips, okay? She's like, wait a minute, this is shocking to her. Blows her mind. The measurement of her hips. And this cut right here, by the way, saves the scene from being extremely sad. She's shocked at her weight. She's not sad about it. She would have been literally a second later if they didn't cut there. So I'm really thankful they cut there. But the measurements of her doing this with her hands, right? In 2020, they would be happy. Like being thick today, being a little girl who's like 13 years old today, who realizes she's thick, she's happy. Like that's just the reality of our world. That's 2020, baby, you know? But this is 1953. 1953. How old is that? That's 60, almost 70 years, right? Never mind, it is 70 years. It's 68 years. 68 years ago, okay? So, again, she looked at her frame, she saw that she had hips, and she had, you know, some junk in the trunk, let's just say, okay? Now, that would not be enough. It is just a, you know, her seeing her body, judging herself on her body. But then this happens. She sees that Wendy is getting up close with Peter Pan. She's gonna stop it. She's stuck. Why? Because she is thick. She is stuck in the keyhole. And this is not a secret. This has been shown. Like I'm not showing anything, right? Out of turn. Here's the thing. This scene by itself is just Tinkerbell being stuck in a keyhole because she has thick thighs, right? But matched with the other scene earlier, it doesn't get more on the nose about thickness than it is. Sorry, I messed up here. Ah, damn it, I messed up. Where is it? Okay, give me a sec, it's very important. Dang it, right here. Okay, we got it. Twerking, 3, 2, 1, right here. Boom. It doesn't, it is 2 seconds. It's just 2 seconds. But if you put that 2 seconds with her judging her own body about the size of her hips, it's twerking, it's I am thick, acknowledging that fact. In 1953, get that mop and that bucket. On their own, it wouldn't be the case. But together, it is undeniable that this is the birth of twerking and the birth of that idea. It's subconscious, but it is true. So that's Tinkerbell being thick. Apologies if you don't agree. And finally, I think that's it. I do have the Promised Cat video. And man, my mouth is dry. That's crazy. So, finally, I'll finish on a meme. Because I gotta get back to work. I gotta find perfect pictures that encapsulates incredible women in media that we grew up with that influenced us in more ways than we thought possible. So yeah, before we get back to it, here's 7 seconds of a cat getting mad at himself. Okay, so it's his fault he's fat, right? but he will not take the blame for this shit. It's the gate's fault, and he will sacrifice his teeth to make it known. The way he attacks the fence is just beautiful. If you've ever had a cat, they'll do that to you. That's it, baby. That's it for now. So as I promised, either tomorrow or after tomorrow, I will have that tier list done live, and then next Tuesday it will be up on YouTube. As you have seen as well, I have endless games to play, just not tonight. But trust me, we'll never run out. And I think that was it. Pretty sure that was it. Yep. So yeah, trust me on these. These will be amazing. Let's finish on Meg. Why? She's one of the best. And I stand by that. Until next time. Peace.